Good evening, friends. Welcome to the Monday Night Playalong Bluegrass Jam here on February 10th, 2025. Hard to believe that's the date today, but it sure is. Time has flown by in these last several years we've been doing this Playalong Jam, and time is flying by these last few weeks. Tell you what. Well, great to be here with you on the Valentine's Week special. Valentine's Day is this Friday, so we're doing songs that are related to Valentine's Day. Songs of love, lost love, unrequited love, true love, etc. So here we go. I'm just going to double check on the live streams, make sure we're up and running, and I'll tell you some things in the meanwhile. Working on this album release. The single, Goat Canyon Trestle, has done rather well so far. It got picked up by an official playlist on Spotify and has been getting lots of plays. The music video has gotten some views on YouTube, so I'm really excited about how that's gone. Thank you all for being there and supporting that. Okay, we are live on YouTube. That's a good thing. Double check the Facebook page here. YouTube, that's a good thing. So I've been maintaining a baseline of practice, practicing every day, singing and playing, and haven't done nearly as much composing and songwriting work as I would like to have been doing at this time because I'm just busy in the administrative side of the music right now. I'm putting this album out and working with Sarah Frost, PR, my publicist, who I've hired for this work, and been doing a lot of content creating, been getting ready to mail things to radio, I actually received the CDs just a couple days ago. You have to get them ahead of time to send out to radio. And so I'm contacting a gazillion radio stations and getting ready to do this mailing, which required buying labels, ordering bubble mailers, things like that. There's a lot that goes into this when you're a do-it-yourself kind of artist like I am. And so, you might be wondering, Valentine's Week special, what are you doing in this gray sweater? Well, this is why I was wearing it, but you can't see it under the guitar. So this is love. So we're celebrating all things love related today. And we're going to start with a good old song from Lester and Earl called Cabin in Caroline, which is just a sweet, sweet cabin love song. And I'm just double checking tuning here. So I know many of you might be stopping by for the first time. Those of you who have been here, you figure it out pretty quick. But this is just a play-along jam. You're jamming along with me as if you came over to the house and I said, hey, let's jam on this song, let's jam on that song, whatever. You might not know the songs very well. Hopefully you do. I always post them a few days ahead of time. But the idea is that you'll get familiar with how bluegrass music goes and this folk song style, which is very closely related, one song and the other. So once you get some of those licks and tricks and rhythms down, you can just jam on this style, whether you know the songs very well or not. If you're looking for instruction on how to play guitar, you can hit me up on Artist Works. I have an online school there where I teach these methods and actually teach the songs and provide notation and things like that. But this is a lot less formal. This is set up like a jam, okay? And the way it'll go is I'll just kind of show you how the song goes real quick like, and using the number system for the chords. And then I will demonstrate how I might kick the song off or how I would start the song. And then I'll count you in with my click track and you'll kick it off and we'll jam along. Okay, so this one, Cabin in Caroline, goes in the key of G. 1 and a 1, 4 and a 1. 5. 1 and a 1 and 4 and a 1. 1 and a 5 and a 1. To the 4 to the chorus. 4, 4 and 1. 1 and a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and 4 and a 1. In a cabin in the hills of Caroline. Now I might kick it off like this. A 1, 2, 3. Okay, so hopefully you're picking up some ideas from me, whether you're playing guitar or not. I'm trying to speak kind of a vocabulary of this style, and hopefully you're working on your rhythm playing and locking in with me on the timing, because that is the most important part of this style of music. And hopefully you're working on your singing and jumping in on some harmonies with me and singing along. Maybe you're just singing unison with me to learn the songs or practice them. That's great. The point is, I'm here for you, and I'm ready for you to kick off Cabin in Caroline in the key of G. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. There's a cabin in the pines in the hills of Caroline, and a blue-eyed girl that's waiting there for me. I'll be coming back someday, and from her I'll never stray. In a cabin in the hills of Caroline, or the cabin in the shadow of the pines, and a blue-eyed girl way down in Caroline. Someday she'll be my wife, and we'll live a happy life in a cabin in the hills of Caroline. I'm gonna play it now. I'm packing my grip for that long, long trip back to the hills of Caroline. I want to see that blue-eyed girl, she's the sweetest in the world, and a cabin in the hills of Caroline, or the cabin in the shadow of the pine, and a blue-eyed girl way down in Caroline. Someday she'll be my wife, and we'll live a happy life in a cabin in the hills of Caroline. Play. So that's to end the song, and this would be if we tag it. Okay, cabin okay. I'm going to check on one thing real quick, and then we're going to get into Down in the Willow Garden. This is a murder ballad. Now that's part of the fun of this. That's part of the fun of this style, is that we do things that are old-timey and a little over the top in their suggestions of kind of what might have happened to these people. So I believe it's all metaphor, and it's all in good fun, right? And it's old-timey, you know. You got to get kind of spooky and dark when you're telling some of these stories. Okay, I was just making sure I'm doing this the same arrangement as I teach on my Artist Works course, because I want to keep this consistent for those of you who are studying with me on that platform. So here we go, Down in the Willow Garden. And this is a waltz, so I need to find a click track. Let me see if we can do the long beat. Garden. We can do it. So this will be one beat per measure in the key of G. 1 and 1 and 1, 6 minor. 1 and 1, 6 minor. 1 and 1 and 1 and 4 and 1 and 5 and 1. 4 and 4, 1, 6 minor. 1, 1, 6 minor. 1 and 1 and 1 and 4, 1 and 5 and 1. I'm gonna run you through that one more time, because this is what I meant by doing this the same way. You'll hear so many different versions of this with, like, where do they go to the minor and where do they go to the 4 chord. Those are sort of interchangeable with this melody. So let me just run you through this one more time. 1 and 1 and 1, 6 minor. 1, 1, 6 minor. 1 and 1 and 1 and 4, 1 and 5 and 1. 4, 4 and 1, 6 minor. 1, 1, 6 minor. 1 and 1 and 1 and 4 and 1 and 5 and 1. My kickoff would go. So how about we'll do that? You'll kick it off just on the verse, or the A part. The B part isn't necessarily a chorus, but it's sort of like a verse chorus. But I'm going to call it the A part and the B part. Kick it off in an A part, and then I'll sing an A part and a B part, and then I'll take the A part and pass you to the B part. So you'll take it up to the 4 chord. Then next round, I'll sing it again, and then you take the A part and I'll take the B part. Okay? Down in the Willow Garden. I hope my voice is ready for this. It's sort of a high vocal for early in the set, but this is a good place to do it. And of course, we're in the slow jam, right? It's going to get quicker as we move through the evening. Okay. Okay, kick us off. I'm going to give you four. Oh, I demonstrated the kickoff. So I'm going to give you a 4-measure count off, and then you're going to kick it off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Down in the Willow garden where me and my love did meet, 'twas there we sat a-courting, my love fell off to sleep. I had a bottle of burgundy wine which my love did not know. 'Twas there I poisoned that dear little girl down on the banks below. I got it. Play. All right. Here's where it gets gruesome. I drew my saber through her, which was a bloody knife. I threw her in the river, which was a dreadful sight. My father often told me that money would set me free if I did murder that dear little girl whose name was Rose Connolly. Play. I got it. Now he sits at his old cabin door, wiping his tear-dimmed eyes. I'm mourning for his only son upon the scaffold high. My race is run beneath the sun. The devil is waiting for me, for I did murder that dear little girl whose name was Rose Connolly. For I did murder that dear Well, the guy gets his due. The villain gets his due in the end. He hangs. So I guess you could say that's a justified murder ballad. Anyway, that was fun. It's just a beautiful old melody. It probably comes from the old world, I would imagine. Anyway, that's a good one. And I do teach that on my Artist Works course. And hope some of you who are participants in Artist Works maybe have gotten to that point yet. This one, somebody chimed in on this idea, and I've thought of this before, but I just never really got to it because this isn't like a bluegrass standard or anything. But it's the name of my guitar, Lorena. So I figured we'd play Lorina, and this is a beautiful song of lost love from the old days, Civil War era song, and I kind of know it from the John Hartford version, so that's kind of what I'm basing this on. But anyway, we'll get to play Lorina here with good old Lorena. It goes like this in the key of G. 1 and 1 and a 4, 5 and 5 and a 1, and a 1 and 1 and a 4, and 5, 5 and a 1, and a 6 minor to the 5 of that. So you kind of modulate to the key of the 6 minor for a minute. So in other words, E minor, B7, B7, back to E minor, then a quick D to bring us back to the key of G. 1 and 1 and a 4, 5, 5 and a 1. So it's all 1, 4, 5, 1 in G. The B part goes to the E minor, to the 5 of E minor, B7. Hang on that, then back to the E minor, then a quick 5 of G, the D chord, which brings us back to G. So it's a nice little compact A-B-A form. We'll go nice and slow because we're here at the slow jam. And you'll go ahead and play through the whole thing every time. So kick off and breaks, we'll play through the whole form because it's just a nice melody and a nice long form. So let me show you how I might kick it off. 1, 2, 3. So do it. Play through the whole thing. I'm only going to sing probably, I guess I'll sing 3 of the verses. So we'll each get a break in the middle. So kick us off on Lorena, key of G. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. frost gleams where the flowers have been, but the heart heats on as warmly now as when the summer days were nigh. Oh, the sun can never dip so low, adown affection's cloudless sky. I got it. Have passed, Lorena, since last I held your hand in mine and felt the pulse beat fast, Lorena, though mine beat faster far than thine. 100 months 'twas flowery May, slope we climbed to watch the dying of the day and hear the distant church bells chime. Play. We loved each other then, Lorena, far more than we ever dared to tell, and what we might have been, Lorena, had but our loving prospered well. But then 'tis past, the years are gone, shadowy forms. I'll say to them, lost years, sleep on, nor heed life's pelting storms. Kind of a rambling lyric, but quite lovely, and just, I don't know, it moves me, that melody. It's not the first time it's been played on Lorena, but I'm working up the words, obviously, so I'll get those memorized, and maybe I'll have this out away from the paper soon. Cool. We'll do one more song here, and then I'll check in with everybody, so make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know how you're doing, where you are, what you are picking tonight. And this is going to be Salt Spring, key of A. Lovely tune. You know, instrumentals, they don't have words, so it's hard to find the love-themed numbers. But here we go. Key of A, a tune by John Reichman, the great living composer. Tell you what, his band is great. The John Reichman's and the Jaybirds with Trisha Gagnon and Patrick Sauber and that whole crew. It's a good band. Saw them at IBMA and would love to see them at a festival somewhere. Okay, let's be right about this tempo. In A. Two minor to the 6 minor, 2 minor to the 4, back to 1, 1 and 1, 1 and a 1, 2 minor is a B minor in the concert key to the 6 minor, F sharp minor, B minor to a D, that's the 4, back to the 1. B section goes 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 5. That's it. So, by concert key, by concert chord, I mean this is actually, the 2 minor is actually a B minor, but in the capo position I'm in, it's an A minor. So that's why it's good to know the numbers, okay? So I was kind of giving you the benefit. I was kind of giving you a little bit of a olive branch there, those of you who don't know the numbers very well, by telling you the actual chords. But know your chord numbers. That's important when you're a bluegrass player. It's important for any kind of music, really. Okay, so what's going to happen is I will kick it off, and we'll go me, you, then you, so twice through each, and then you got to play the A part again to end the song. It's like a loop. So I'll go AAB, you'll go AAB, I'll go AAB, and then you'll go AAB, and then another A part at the end with a bluegrass ending. Okay, here we go. I'm going to kick us off on Salt Spring in the key of A. fun way of ending it. There's a video on my page of us picking that on the river with Billy Failing and Silas Herman, where we just kind of trickle off on the 5 chord. So we hadn't really planned it, so we weren't sure. But that's a sensible way of ending it, going back to the A part. Okay, how we doing out there? We got some folks picking along? Let's see. It's always like Christmas for me to see how many folks we got playing and what you're up to. Cool. We got lots of folks on YouTube. Hello, McFatsell. Good evening, Mr. Fat as Hell. Okay. Good evening. Thanks for being here. Semi Jam. Well, I'll be a bucket of corn in a cornfield. Dickie Derry, good evening to you. Dave Schmidt checking in from the Jersey Pines, picking the old parlor guitar. Very cool. Blake Addison. Hello, Blake. And Lithia Springs, Georgia, picking the old D18. Very cool. And Mike Farley, greetings from the hills of Caroline. All right. And Kim Harris. Hello, Kim. Where'd you go? Just got back from Mabu, Cape Breton. Okay. Epic time in Cape Breton. Very cool. Mike G. Hello, Mike G. Hello, Carl Malley in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, picking the D28 guitar. Blake Hackler in Champaign, Illinois, picking on the D35 Martin. Cool. Working on your improvisation skills for your local Tuesday night jam. Excellent. Thanks for being here. Blake, Robert Delgado. Hello, Roberto. Thanks for being here. Very cool. And Jessica Streetman in Rockmart, Georgia. Very cool. Observing while baking. Very cool. Going to rewatch and jam along with your upright bass. Very cool. And Blake Addison referred to. Okay. Thank you, Jessica, for being here. Fuddrucker, hello from Star, Idaho, picking your new Husson Dalton TDR. Very cool. Hello, Dodger Martin. Thanks for being here, picking along. Dodger, you're usually on the faster jams. Rich Johnson, a little late. Hello from Chicago. Very cool. Epiphone DR400 guitar. Thomas Shell, thank you for being here in New Hampshire. But it's cold up there. Practically nuts. Wes in Monterey, picking. And Fat as Hell is in Southwest Michigan. Bluegrass Club up there. Okay. Thank you all for being here in YouTube land. How we doing over here in Facebook land? Kodiak Cannon Partridge. Hello, One Town, One Tune. Yeah, it's a good song. That's an original. Maybe we'll bring that up in one of the jams sometime. It's not too hard. It has a bridge, though. So songs with bridges aren't that great on jams because people have to learn more. But anyway, thank you for that request. And Brandon Economy, good song choice. Thank you, Brandon. Thanks for being here. Michelle Ruiz on an old Yamaha guitar in Edmond, Washington. Very cool. Colin Burns staying up late in the UK, as always. And is the name I was aware of on this one. Rose Connolly, yeah. Terry Weller Godwin, healing up on that hand. He had a good appointment with a surgeon. Good to know, Terry. Hope you're back picking again soon. Thanks for being here listening. Dusty Dave, curious what flat pick I'm using. I play a Blue Chip TAD 45, the TAD 45. That's what I pick on. I kind of would do a 60 for a while and then a 50, and now I'm down to a 45 because they get kind of thuddy when they're too thick for me. John Keegan, hello. Smyrna Beach, Florida. Very cool. Thanks for being here, John. And Tony Cook picking the guitar and the bouzouki in Austin. Very nice. Thank you all for being here. So I've got some news about the album. It's going to be released for real on March 28th. That'll be the actual drop date for the new album, Flat Picker. And there's some shows coming up. The Denver album release show is March 22nd at Swallow Hill Music with a full band. Then the following week, I'm going to be out with Billy Failing, doing 3 shows. Billy Failing Band, Boulder, Fort Collins, Frisco, Colorado. And then I've got my Boulder album release show at E-Town Hall, which we just announced last week, and that is April 18th. So those are the big shows coming up. There's a bunch more getting ready to be announced. And just stay tuned, right? make sure you're on my email list at tylergrant.com, and also, follow me on the socials. I post all the stuff. I try not to be too overbearing. The email list, I usually get 1 or 2 out per month. And that in itself is a chunk of work, but I got to get one out hopefully this week, mentioning the videos and these shows that were released and the singles drop in and all that good stuff. I also wanted to let you know I will not be here next Monday. I'm getting ready to begrudgingly tear myself away from the old homestead here in Southern California, where I've been set up for the last almost 2 months, to go back to Colorado and get busy again with a bunch of work and gigs and a studio session next week. So I'm just going to be kind of getting settled and focusing on this studio session. So I will keep you posted, but hopefully 2 weeks from tonight, that's my plan to be back. I will announce that sometime next week and post set lists. And I've been pretty good about getting the Playalong Jam dates up on my website as well. So if you're not on the socials, you can just check, usually the Friday or the Saturday before that Monday, and you'll see the website updated. Okay, let's move on so we can get through the set here on time. Don't Let Your Sweet Love Die from Jimmy Martin. And let's see. And remember, this is the slow jam. You got to keep coming back to the mid-tempo and the fast jam to work on your bluegrass skills, because the music isn't always this slow. It's not, most of these songs go by a lot quicker, or a good bit quicker than right now. So this is practice. This is entry level. It's a challenge for me on some of these. But some of them are at their actual tempos here, but most of them are slower. So come back and get used to your mid-tempo and your faster tempos. This is all 1-4-5. Don't let your sweet love die. 1 and a 4 and a 5 and 5 and a 1 and 1 and a 1. 1 and a 4, 5 and a 5 and a 1. So that's how it goes. The picking sections are condensed a little bit. We don't have the couple extra beats that you follow on the vocal. So it goes straight through the chords a little more like this. So I will kick it off this way. Here's how I might kick it. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 2, 3. That's how we do it on the instrumental bits. But when I sing it, I'll add a couple beats halfway through each. You'll just follow me. This is the way bluegrass goes. You just gotta train your ears, pay attention, and do your best to follow along. All right, kick us off in the key of A. Don't let your sweet love die. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Fall. Don't take away the smile and leave the tears. My heart believes in you, so won't you say you love me too? Don't leave me here to face these lonely let your sweet love die. Play. When the flowers fade, they say they'll bloom again someday. Will you love me when the rosebuds open wide? Or is your kiss to be another memory? Don't leave me now, don't let your sweet love die. Me then you. Don't let your sweet love die like the flowers in the fall. Without you, life would be like death to me. Heart believes in you, so won't you say you love me too? Don't leave me now, don't let your sweet love die. Don't leave me now, don't let your sweet love die. Okay. I used to sing that song a long time ago, and I hadn't thought of it in a while, and thought it would be good for this one. I'll Not Be a Stranger. We've only done this once on the jam before, as I can recall, but I love this song, and I learned it. It's a trio. Stanley Brothers Gospel Trio. Sharp because it's cooling down a little bit here. The other dates I forgot to mention to you. Winter Wondergrass is coming up, February 28th through March 2nd. I'll be there with Pickin' on the Dead. We got a super duper Pickin' on the Dead with special guest Rob Eaton, who's the Bobby guy in Dark Star Orchestra. Best Bob Weir style guitar player and singer out there. It makes it really, really fun when you're the Jerry guy. And Kyle Hollingsworth from String Cheese Incident on the keys. So that's going to be a big time. I think there still might be tickets left for the festival, Winter Wondergrass in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. And I know that there are some tickets for our late night show on the Friday. So check those out. It's going to be an acoustic set, which will be fun. Okay, I'll Not Be a Stranger. In C, it's a waltz, so let me see if we can do the long beat again here. To that city, yeah, okay. And a 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 4 and a 1, 1 and 5 and a 1. let's take it to the choruses as well. We'll pass the chorus to each other on the breaks. So I'll take the first break on the verse, and then I'll pass to you for the chorus. And then next time around, you take the break on the verse and pass it to me on the chorus. Here we go. I'll Not Be a Stranger, a song of divine love and of family love here too. Kick us off in the key of C. 1, 2, 3, go. I'll not be a stranger when I get to that city. I'm acquainted with folks over there. There'll be friends there to meet me. There'll be loved ones to greet me at the gates of that city four square. Through the years, through the tears, they've gone one by one. But they'll wait at the gate until my race is run. I'll not be a stranger till I get to that city. I'm acquainted with folks over there. I got it. Take it to 5. I'll not be a stranger when I get to that city. I'm home on the streets paved with gold. I'll feel right at home there in that beautiful somewhere with the loved ones whose memories I hold. Through the years, through the tears, they have gone one by one. But they'll wait at the gate until my race is run. I'll not be a stranger when I get to that city. I'm acquainted with folks over there. Play. I got it. I'll not be a stranger when I get to that city. I'm acquainted over. There'll be no lonely days over there. There'll be no stormy weather. Just a great time together on the streets of that city four square. Through the years, through the tears, they've gone one by one. But they wait at the gate The last verse, sorry, I messed that up. Get to that city. There'll be no lonely days over there. There'll be no stormy weather, just a great time together on the streets of that city Foursquare. Okay, I'm hoping I go to the country when I go to heaven, but hey, it's going to be what it is. And nobody really knows, right? Billy in the Lowground, key of C. And make sure you come back for the mid-tempo jam. We got these two last numbers. And it's going to come in pretty quick after we do these two songs. It'll happen at 1:45 if we make it there on time. Billy in the Lowground. C, 6 minor, 6 minor, 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1, 6 minor, 5 and a 1. That's the A part. It happens twice. B part. 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 4 and 4, da 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 da. 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 6 minor, 5 and a 1. Twice through. Meet you, AABB, AABB, again, and then you tag it after your second run. Billy in the Lowground, key of C. I'm going to kick it off. Cool. One more song, and then we'll do a quick little comeback to the mid-tempo jam. This is Please Come Back, Little Pal. In B. Figured we needed one B number here in the slow tempo jam. And again, we're all about the love here on Valentine's week. I have no date You know, I'm just practicing self-care and love of everything around me, including family and friends and this old guitar right here. So, no matter what you're celebrating this week, I hope it is full of love for you. 1 and 1 and a 5. 5 and 5 and 1. 1 and 1 and a 4. And a 1 and a 5 and a 1. That would be a decent kickoff. Okay, here you go. Kick us off on Please Come Back, Little Pal, in the key of B. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. In the moonlight, we walked, we talked o'er the town. When you whispered to me you still love me, and that you would always be my own. Oh, please come back, little pal. Please come and stay. For my heart has withered like the petals of a rose I saw dying today. I got I'm lonesome tonight, little pal. I'm sad, I'm alone, and I'm blue. There's an empty aching in my heart, and no one can fill it but you. Oh, please come back, little pal. Please come and stay. For my heart has withered like the petals of a rose I saw dying today. Play. Oh, please come back, little pal. Please come and stay. For my heart has withered like the petals of a rose I saw dying today. Thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate the donations sincerely. If you can afford to pitch in, that's very helpful for musicians like me. And tell your friends about Flat Picking Academy. Tell your friends about the Monday Jam. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another slow jam. Remember, we're off next week. And please come back here in 2 minutes. We're going to start up a new video for the mid-tempo jam. So come right back and refresh your pages. Okay, thanks everybody.